Tonight is the holiday of Hanukkah, a holiday of miracles, celebrating light within darkness. And all of us are asking ourselves, how do we tap into that light? How do we access miracles for ourselves, for the entire world? How do we really become spiritual warriors to fight light in darkness? So this is a big topic, and I want to share one point about what we can practically do in order to do that in our lives. And how can we co-create miracles in our lives and in the world? So that really comes down to this point that there are higher dimensions of reality available for us and that are within us, within our soul, when we access the light of our soul. Now, we often think of reality, or we think of reality from the realm of this time-space world that we're in, through the sensory world that we're in, the time-space continuum. But the truth is, and the reality is that we are so much greater than that. And when we talk about expanding our consciousness, bringing more light to ourselves, bringing more light to the world, what we're talking about, the idea that we are tapping into higher dimensions, higher frequencies within reality. And when we speak about higher dimensions of reality, because we live in this time-space continuum, we think of worlds being outside of us. So, for example, when we talk about higher spiritual worlds, we're here and a world is out there. But the truth is that there are 4 different spiritual worlds. It's called the world of Atzilut, of Bria, Yetzira, and Asiya. There are 4 different worlds that's spoken about in Kabbalah and Hasidus. And those worlds are just states of consciousness. They're not physical worlds. It's not like a world like we travel on a spaceship and we go on to the moon, and that's a physical world. These are higher levels of consciousness, of reality, that each and every one of us have within us. So these worlds are not outside of us, they are within us. Now, each of those worlds, again, this is a big topic, represent different aspects within ourselves. The world of Atzilus is the world of where light and vessel is one. It's a world of unity consciousness where there's no darkness, there's no light, there's just oneness. Then there's the world of Bria, which is the world of intellect. The world of Yetzira is the world of emotions. And then there's our physical world, the world of Asiya, the world of action. So what could we do here and now in this physical world to access these higher worlds, these higher levels of consciousness? Now, again, this is a big topic, but I want to share one idea, which is that every time we bring intentionality to things that we're doing in this physical world, we are tapping into higher dimensions of reality. And it's really about training ourselves to see past the concealment within this physical world and bring intentionality, what's called kavana, to physical actions that we do. So for example, I just came back from the gym. You can exercise and bring God into the experience and say, I'm exercising to strengthen my body, and my body is a vessel for my soul. So every time I exercise, I am bringing God, I'm making a unification, bringing godliness into the physical experience. When you're at work, doing business transactions, for mothers that are taking care of their children, cooking, cleaning, when we just say or bring Hashem into the experience, which is first of all bringing joy into the experience, bringing consciousness to the experience, that I'm doing this for a higher purpose. I'm doing this to bring godliness to the physical actions, the physical activities that we do. We are tapping into higher levels of consciousness. And when we practice, when we do this on a regular basis, we expand our consciousness and we expand past our limitations, our limited finite beings, into much higher dimensions of realities. And when we really train ourselves to do this, we start matching that frequency. So that's really the space and the place where we can co-create miracles in our life. That is really our spiritual weaponry, our spiritual power to really co-create miracles, to see past the confusion of this world, to bring unimaginable things that we never dream for ourselves really to our life, to our here and now present reality. And that's something that each of us can do in a very, very practical way. And this is the place where tzaddikim are in this physical world, but they're in the world of Atzilut. They're in a higher dimension of reality. And that's why people go to a tzaddik, to a righteous person, for a blessing, because what they can do is they're tapping into, their soul is tapping into this higher dimension of reality. But again, each and every one of us, it says, Va'amich kulam tzaddikim, that every one of us have that power within us. Again, this is a big topic, but one way we can just do that is just bringing intentionality, what's called Kavanah, to physical things that we're doing throughout the day. It's called a yichud. When we do a mitzvah, there are some people that say a certain prayer before. It says, L'shem yichud kedusha brichu shchintei, that we're joining God up above with down here in this world. And there's tremendous power in that, to co-create miracles, to tap into the power of our soul, to really enter into higher levels of consciousness within ourselves in our lives. And that's why I really want to invite everyone to our new program starting in January called Becoming a Light Warrior. Again, we're going to go into these topics really in depth and really learn how to become spiritual warriors in a world where there's darkness, and to see past the darkness, to really be the light, to own our light, and to shine that light out into the world. Have a beautiful Hanukkah, everyone, with miracles and light for you and for the entire world.